money be used to replace empathy? I'm going to take that question from Professor Gowda, who's been very patiently waiting his turn. Professor Gowda, please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I think in all objectivity, we need all facts on the table. The disturbance or the clashes happened about a week ago between let's broadly call Hindu groups and Muslim groups. Since then, you've had Sriramalu and Yatnal visit there. BJP leaders have gone and met the Hindu victims, but the Congress local activists hadn't shown up there. That's part of the anger behind this woman's response. So we need to understand the context between why she was so angry about Siddaramaiah's gesture, which otherwise wouldn't have been reciprocated that way. Secondly, Siddaramaiah, again for the record, from what I know, visited both parties. He's even given 50,000 to one of the Hindu victims of the violence. The other Hindu victim refused to meet him, so he did not meet him. So this is not really, in that sense, appeasement of just one group. He's tried to meet both groups, and we need to have all facts on the table now. The second thing is what the woman was saying. If you heard her speak, and I've heard her speak on your channel in the afternoon, she was saying, I want justice, which means, the people who have been hurt were nowhere involved in the clashes. Why were their shops attacked? And this is a very serious complaint. And it says the police have not been impartial. The police have not protected our property. And that's the cry we need to also listen to very carefully, because police protection is not a party issue. Police have to protect everyone, regardless of who is in power. So this is something we'll need to absolutely be concerned about expect.
Fair enough, Professor Gowda. I'm going to request you to stay with us with that thought. Yes. Hold on to that thought, because as we know, this is also a call-in show. I have some callers waiting patiently for their turn. I have Amit with me from Bengaluru. Please go ahead and share your views with us. Do you think money can replace empathy?
Hello.
Right, go ahead.
Hello. You see, the worst fact is Siddaramaiah is Hindu hater. And only he has gone to Muslim patient and gone. Why not Hindu patient? There were several people who were hurt.
Anuj, we are learning that he met both the parties. It was not just the Muslim victims over there, but he also met the Hindu victims. That's something that's also being clarified on the show right now.
I must tell you this, because I am a Bengalurian. I am seeing him for several years.
All right, but do you think that compensating the victims with money or offering them money is enough as far?
It is. He has one important point which your channel has missed is, he has said it is my personal money, not company Congress money. That you should emphasize.
All right. I'm also joined in by Siddharth from Bengaluru itself. Siddharth, please go ahead and share your views with us.
A very good evening to all the panelists over there, and good evening to you. See, my observation, because I watch all the political events, recent development very closely. Now, the time is not correct, and the way it has been offered is not correct to my observation. See, I tell you, because I casted my vote. I had done a startup company. I casted my vote. There is a internal fight, which is, if the Congress spokesperson can correct me on that. There is an internal fight is already going between Siddaramaiah ji and DK Shivakumar ji. It is out there in all the Kannada news channel. Having said that, number two, here in BJP also, it's a similarity between Deep Blue Sea and Devil's Fish. I'm sorry to say this word, because BJP MLAs are partying. The entire Karnataka is flooded, and the BJP MLAs are partying out in Goa. That videos are live on all the Kannada channels. So I am not here to, defend the BJP or defend the Congress. It's a similarity between Deep Blue Sea, Devil's Fish. We as a citizen of this country are taken for a task. Our taxpayer money are getting. On the other way, it is getting exhausted, partying in, somewhere, partying in Goa or partying in Jammu or somewhere else. I'm sorry to use this kind of harsh words, but I'm really, really, really disappointed the way it has been, conducted. It is not the way it should be conducted. It has to be where there is a transparent way that it can be conducted. Thank you.
Thank you for speaking to us. I'm also joined in by a third caller. If I could have the third caller. I'm sorry I didn't. Okay, I'm joined in by Mr. Rama Murthy from Pune. Mr. Rama Murthy, please go ahead and share your views with us.
Yeah, good evening, ma'am. I really compliment that woman's action by throwing the money on his face, Siddaramaiah's face. She should have thrown, along with the money, even cow dung on his face. He thought probably he can buy anything and anyone with money. That's it. I really compliment, and this should be the action by everybody.
All right. Thank you for speaking to us. I'm also joined in by Murli from Pune. Murli, if you could go ahead and share your views with us. How do you view Siddaramaiah's action today in Bagalkot? Do you think this was just mere tokenism, or he was just trying to be genuinely generous and helpful?
Of course, it is tokenism. There's no doubt about it. And that's why the optics are there. But if he genuinely wanted to help the victim, and he should have listened to her more carefully when she's clearly saying that she needs legal aid, she needs other kind of support, what she's expecting. What was the point in handing out a 2 lakh rupee dole like that? It really looks very vulgar. And madam from that Congress party, she was saying 2 lakh rupees have to be given in cash. That is not the case, madam. You can always deposit it in a bank, and you can there are better ways to, give an aid. And when the lady, you're not willing to understand her pain, it just doesn't make sense. So I don't think it is the right way to go about things. Definitely it is tokenism, no doubt about it.
All right, my next caller is Niranjan, who's also joining us from Pune. Niranjan, all right, Niranjan's joining us from Bengaluru. I'm sorry, Niranjan, please go ahead and share your views with us.
Madam, the politicians are missing, they're lost a connect with the people. They're not able to listen, or media is not able to place what the people are facing the problem in business or real life. They just want to solve at that point. They are not addressing the issues what people are facing, and what is the problems each and individual from the business to the other class of people they are facing. That should be addressed, I think so. Instead of concentrating
Thank you, Niranjan.
on
I'm also joined in by another caller from Bengaluru. Suresh is joining us. Mr. Suresh, please go ahead.
Good evening, madam.
Good evening.
Yeah, this is actually appreciable by that lady what she has done to the Siddaramaiah. These politicians are tearing their eyes only when they need of them. Otherwise, they won't see at all. Instead of doing certain help from the legal cell, but they are enacting like showing their face to get mercy upon them. So therefore, I support that lady, and this should not happen. This kind of things, what these politicians are doing, is a lesson to all political party members. What they are doing, this kind of everywhere, whenever there is a murder, there is a riot, or there is something happened to the minority and all. So therefore, this is a lesson to all the politicians, either any party of that. They are acting like tearing their eyes to gain their mercy. So it is not possible because of the victims are so badly affected by that. So therefore, politicians should learn some lesson from this thing.
Right. Thank you for speaking to us, Mr. Suresh.